Hey guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. I am at Celtic Manor Resort in Wales, South Wales, on the 2010 course, purpose-built for the Ryder Cup. As you probably guessed, I've been joined by Mr. Crossfield.
Hats backwards, not for fashion, for wind.
Yeah.
I've got different levels of cap, and this is one of the looser ones because it is warm, but it's actually quite windy, so into the wind this will fly. So I'm dabbling between back and front for safety reasons.
You learn something from this golf guru every day.
Always
and
safety first, Ray.
Look who else is here. That guy over there, long dog. I think you're a little bit further right than that, Matt.
Nice one for you there, right?
So yeah, as we make our way around this championship golf course, make sure you follow along to see what's on offer when you come down here and play the 2010, but also we'll talk a little bit about what's on offer away from this course. Up there-ish somewhere, what's on offer at the rest of the resort, the Roman Road and the Montgomery course, the hotels, accommodation options, leisure facilities, things like that. We'll do a bit of a walkthrough, review this golf course, and yeah, hopefully have a good day. The sun's shining, that's a bonus. Yeah, I mean, I'm a few golf balls down, as you can see behind me. There's quite a lot of water on this course, so I might need to stop at the halfway house and top up a little bit.
Don't go over there. Just drop off, go on. That's the point.
No, it's front right.
No, drop off.
It's right.
Just drop off. Drop off.
So a quick bit of history about the 2010 course. Originally, when the resort was in its infancy in the 1970s, this was the Wentwood Hills golf course. And then as the resort started to evolve over time, hotels started arriving, the other golf courses came into their current shape. Approaching that amazing Ryder Cup in 2010, they completely rebuilt and restarted this golf course to be the first ever purpose-built golf course for the Ryder Cup. So as you can probably imagine, championship play, championship golf is what they had in mind when they're building this place. Now that means you can expect choppy rough, massive bunkers, quick greens, undulations, elevation changes, and of course a hell of a lot of length from the back tees. Today we're playing it from the white tees, but when you stretch it out to the tees that they would have played last week's European Tour event at, the Kazoo Open, you can stretch it out to almost 7,500 yards. And considering the fact that it's not exactly the fastest, firmest golf course in the world, which is set in this beautiful valley in the South Wales countryside, you don't get a huge amount of run quite often, so that 7,500 yards plays every single bit of it. But as I said, there are other tee positions that you can move a little bit further forward, find your comfort zone, but no matter where you play from, this is definitely going to test your ability to get kind of near your handicap. We just arrived, or just came off the 9th green, going up to the 10th tee up there. And this is a pretty cool feature of the course here on the 2010. Halfway house order point, so really good menu, lots of different stuff to eat and drink, and you basically order it on this tee, and in theory by the time you've played the par 3 10th, your food and drinks will be ready for you. You can just pick them up, shoot off down the 11th and off you go. I don't think we're going to need to use the order point today because the traffic on the course isn't too bad, but we'll definitely be having a couple of minutes wait when we finish. So we're going to get into the halfway house, have a couple of drinks. We've done 9 holes. We'll talk a little bit more about what's on offer at this amazing 2010 course. Some of the signature holes are coming up fast and soon, so get around there and show you what those holes are all about. So what is the signature hole here on the 2010? It's a tough question. As you can see behind me, we're just coming to the part of the course which you guys might recognise the most from having maybe watched the Ryder Cup or various other European Tour events. Yesterday's European Tour event certainly wasn't the first one here. They've had the Wales Open here on numerous occasions. But this is the common feature of this golf course, as you've seen so far in the video. Massive water hazards, really pretty little holes that cut their way through these huge expanses of the old H2O. And there's going to be 4 or 5 holes now coming up, which I reckon could make a decent argument for signature holes. So you let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think, if you've played the 2010 course, is the signature hole here? Because I think there are genuinely 4 or 5, maybe even 6 real contenders, which just goes to show you how many gorgeous holes there are on this amazing golf course. You looking for something down there, Matt?
Oh.
I'm not good.
What is going on in this? What is? Do you have a rough car ride up, boys?
Oh, back issues. It's infected me with back issues.
He's infected you. Poor choice of words in this current worldwide climate.
Yeah.
So I would say the hole behind me is the first of what I would say could qualify as signature hole status. Par 4, 12th, water all left from the tee, and then short and right of the green for the approach. So chances of actually getting home with the ball safe and dry, not the best depending on how you're playing, but really pretty par 4, which is kind of intimidating all the way from tee to green. So par 3, 13th, another gorgeous approach shot. Pretty much a carbon copy of the last hole we've just played. Kind of semi-island green, anything right at the pin, whereas cut say on the right side of the green is gone. And if you miss short as well, those classic runoffs which we were talking about earlier, which are all over the 2010 course around the greens, if you pitch that short of the putting surface, you're going to roll back down and have a little splash. Another contender for the signature hole here, the par 4 14th. Tricky one, water away up the right and then water left as you get further up towards the green. So this is going to be an interesting one. But while we have a break in play, let's go and have a little look around what else is on offer at this fantastic resort. So in addition to the 2010, which is reason enough to travel to South Wales for a golf trip in the first place, Celtic Manor also boasts two other 18-hole championship courses, the Roman Road and the Montgomery course, designed by Robert Trent Jones and Colin Montgomery respectively. The academy has superb warm-up facilities, if that's your thing, and lessons are also available there, with state-of-the-art equipment on hand to help tighten up your swing. They've even got two mini-golf courses that sit right outside the main 5-star resort hotel. Speaking of hotels, in addition to the 5-star resort hotel, Celtic Manor also boasts the Calder Court Hotel, where me and the boys are staying tonight, and the charming Manor House, both 4-star options offering a more affordable price point to the lavish 5-star resort hotel. Across those accommodation options, when it comes to food and drink, it's sport for choice really, not including the golf clubhouses where of course you can enjoy a drink or two after golf. The resort as a whole boasts no less than 8 restaurants, 4 bars and the Forum Cafe. Plenty of options if you're looking for a bit of food or a few more beers. Private dining is also available, and let's face it, who doesn't love a bit of room service? There's also a huge amount to get up to when you're not playing golf as well. You've got the mini golf courses as previously mentioned, the Forum Spa is an epic place to just completely zone out, make use of the jacuzzi, the swimming pool, sauna, etc, etc. Get those muscles nice and relaxed for your next round of golf. Add to that axe throwing, laser tag, archery, laser clay shooting and even the forest jump climbing course. And you can see why Celtic Manor is considered to be arguably the most comprehensive golf resort in the UK. And all of that is kind of turning places like Celtic Manor and similar resorts in the UK, with what's going on in the world right now, into proper summer holiday golf options for us golfers in the UK, where you can come, have access to 3 fantastic golf courses and so much more away from the golf course. So if you're itching to get away and play some golf, definitely check out places like Celtic Manor. The link in the description of this video will give you all the information you need to know. But you can have 3 or 4, 5 days even here at Celtic Manor and definitely never run out of things to do and see. And with the quality of golf that's on offer here, golfers will be right at home too. And you can see why I would say that this definitely qualifies as a potential signature hole here on the 2010. Absolutely gorgeous, treacherous tee shot for 2 reasons. That you can reach this water hazard if you pull it left. That one's obviously in play if you push it right and lose a bit of distance. Then this is always kind of staring you in the face for the approach shot as well. And just the look of those stony wall up near the green, it's a very spectacular hole as well. So onwards, we've got a few more holes to go, but that was definitely for me the signature patch of this course. When you get onto the 12th tee and you do the loop around the lakes, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Just coming towards the end of the round now. Sun's starting to go down, absolutely beautiful. Looks like a watercolour painting down there. On the par 4 16th hole, about to get to one of the most iconic parts of the course, where of course Team Europe sealed the Ryder Cup. Graham McDowell playing against Hunter Mahan, who did something that I'm fairly used to doing. We'll go and talk about that. But just behind me, you can see the last accommodation options, which I didn't mention in that earlier part of the video, the Pimpy Hunter Lodges. Don't know how many of them there are, about 6 or 7. These bad boys can accommodate biggest groups, and of course if you're coming down to Celtic Manor to sample all 3 courses, maybe even pop down the coast here on the south coast of Wales to try courses away from the resort as well as the 3 here. I mean, how can you beat that as a base for a few days of golf? Each one has got hot tubs, fully functioning kitchens, lots of space, really nice living room. Nice bit of privacy as well. You could get a pretty decent atmosphere going there if you had a group of mates down for the weekend. So that's the final accommodation option here at Celtic Manor. One that I've stayed in before, and it definitely gives you a slightly different vibe to the hotels up in the main part of the resort. And it's definitely something I would 100% recommend if you can get that group of 6 to 8 golfers together. Hunter Lodges, people. Yes, please.
200 yards, I reckon this is playing.
Yeah, it's 200 a pin, so...
I'm hitting this harder than I was first thinking.
Right guys, that's all that's done on the 2010 for the day. We've got another round here tomorrow, but that's not with a fun end for tonight because we are checking into the hotel, the Coldra Court Hotel. I think it's one of 4 accommodation options here at Celtic Manor, and we've got dinner booked in quite a nice restaurant. I think it's called the Ribs Smokehouse. You can probably guess what we're all going to be eating.
Please.
It was always going to be steak for me, boys, wasn't it?
I went burger.
You went burger, you went burger.
I did, yeah. Oh, it looks quite nice.
Duck starter.
Yeah, and peppercorns.
Welcome to Celtic Manor, boys. We've got 18 holes down, 18 holes tomorrow, 2010 again. What are your thoughts?
What
are your thoughts on the course in general?
Well, we played it just after the European Tour event. It's pristine.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I've played it because we've often played it in wetter conditions because it's out of season. So it's been an absolute joy.
It was really nice condition, wasn't it? And the weather was great. It got a bit windy early on, but in general it was just really pleasant. And it's such a pretty setting, and it comes alive during the
sun
summer
out.
months.
We haven't played it in the sun, and it is such a pretty little valley that you're in. Yeah, really.
So we're in Coldra Court Hotel. No bathtub, Matthew. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, are we doing something?
We're still on the clock.
My burger's branded and I'm about to eat it. So.
Alright, mate. Well, deal with it. Yeah, I'll see you boys on the 2010 course tomorrow then. Thank you, sir.